This is just a quick video. Last night my vacuum cleaner quit on me, so I took the time to take it apart. And I'm not quite sure if I'm going to put it back together. It seems like the vacuum itself is worth more as parts than it is in its entirety. You have the plastic shell, filtration system hose, dust catcher, wheels. I took the wheels apart. Things like this right here are interesting. This is like the perfect shape to make a Sylvanus wing. Yeah, captured onto the wheel of the vacuum. So all the screws, cable retractor system. Something else that's interesting here is this brass commuter ring, which is used on the retractor for the cable to allow electricity to flow through to and from the motor. And of course the motor itself, standard blower motor. Didn't expect much here. Normally, a lot of times, and vacuum technology is very strange. A lot of times, if you pay more for a vacuum cleaner, be very careful, because I used to sell these things, and there are things that you get fooled by. For instance, this motor right here. This is almost a standard motor, and it is rated at 2,000 watts. But it's rated at 2,000 watts depending on how much suction it can provide at that rate. There's no real standard for rating suction to RPMs or torque of the actual motor itself. It all depends on this impeller and blower system, and all of them are different, and they're all made of different materials. And you pay 80 bucks for a vacuum cleaner, might have the same motor in it as one for 150 bucks. The only difference is that the one for 80, the impeller is made of plastic, and the one for 150, the impeller is made of metal. No difference in suction quality or longevity, because this one, has plastic parts on it. Plastic parts don't necessarily mean lack of longevity, and metal parts don't necessarily mean longevity itself. So yeah, and here we have the fouled apart, the circuit, the switch circuit, and what's happening is this thyristor here. This is a typical problem with vacuum cleaners. The thyristor burns out when you're trying to vacuum. This thyristor gets, after heating up and cooling down so many hundreds of times, it decides, well, I will just heat up faster and cool down faster, because that seems like what he really wants. And so you start vacuuming for 5 minutes, and the vacuum cleaner turns off. Yeah, well, that's enough of that. I got other stuff to do, and I'm thinking about taking this motor here and turning it into a generator, or I might just put the whole damn thing back together, but I won't put it back together in this plastic shell. I will make it a little bit more useful by putting it all into this box. Of course, it's also nice that I am going to store it all in this box before I install it in. But yeah, having a rectangular shape is a lot better than having this plastic piece of shit. I hate this kind of stuff.